Good morning or good afternoon, Chordoma Foundation team. My name is Steve Oxy, and I am a Solutions Advisor here with Higher Logic. I appreciate you all taking some time out of your busy schedules to take a quick look at a recording of the Higher Logic platform. Really do apologize for not being able to be there in person here today, but Megan and Shannon both are sort of mini Higher Logic experts at this point due to some meetings they've had with me and my colleagues, as well as the sandbox that we've created for them. But I wanted to spend a little bit of time today through some of Shannon's, I guess, guidance, for lack of a better term, to go over some of the major things within our platform so you all on the board and on the advisory committee can get a good idea of what some of the capabilities are, at least from a high-level perspective of the Higher Logic platform. So, again, I do appreciate your time in considering Higher Logic as a strategic partner, and I'd love to just show you some things here today. So, you guys should be seeing a branded Chordoma Foundation community. And as a disclaimer, please don't get too drawn up into the design of this site. I think it looks great. I'm a big fan, but I am by no means a web developer, so this does not take me much time. This is sort of just an out-of-the-box look and feel of what a community might look like. So everything from the colors and the logo to the navigation, sub-navigation, all these different boxes and widgets and different fields can all be changed and configured based on your needs. So just as a bit of disclaimer there. But as you can see from the beginning here, I'm logged in as Steve the member here in the top right corner. And to give you a good overview of the homepage, I want to make it very clear and known that we want to make it really, really, really easy for members to find information and content that's relative and what makes the most sense for them to see. So you'll see latest discussions here. This is similar to an RSS feed, pretty much just the latest and greatest of things happening within their online communities. So based on the communities or groups that I belong to, I'm going to be seeing the latest discussions based on the fact that I belong to those groups. If members have to dig for content, they're going to get distracted. They're going to lose essentially motivation, and they're going to go and try to get their information elsewhere. It does not create a good community experience. So I, in this case, belong to the open forum. So I'm going to be seeing the latest and greatest discussions from this group. If I was part of a patient community or a special interest group or a committee, I'd be seeing the latest conversations based on the fact that I belong to those groups. As we continue down here, you're going to be seeing things like maybe we're going to do a case study here or a member of the month. You can access learning content. This is actually taking advantage of Higher Logic's online community platform with learning management, where members and constituents can take full-on courseware in classes relative to what you guys are trying to offer them. We have made it extremely easy for members to do things that are pretty basic, but pretty essential to that first initial community journey, where you can set up your profile for the first time, start a discussion post, share a document in the resource library, and connect with your peers. A way to extend my essentially footprint within the organization by adding people to my community network. Maybe I knew I met Sally at a meeting a few weeks ago, but we didn't get to exchange information. So I can go to connect with your peers tab, which is an extension to the resource library, or excuse me, an extension to the directory where I can search and find folks, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a little bit. So our platform here and our software is really, really flexible. We play well with other third-party information and third-party software. Utilizing our open API and our widget builder, we can actually expose community content in various places, whether it's through your main website or some sister sites, but we can also pull in content. As you can see, I pulled in information from your Facebook page. I pulled in your Twitter feed. You guys have really good and robust social media sites. Let's take advantage of that. So I'm going to pull in those sort of sources, and I'm going to promote the community on those outlets, and I'm also going to pull in information and promote those different outlets within the Higher Logic platform as well. If you guys are leveraging our event manager, we can promote your annual conference or any type of meeting you have here and actually allow members to register if you'd like, collecting both simple and complex registrations as well as payment for these events. Again, you have the full flexibility of a full content management system, so you can pull in embedded videos, different content pages, a list of upcoming events. Again, this is an upcoming events list that is really what makes sense for me, events that I might want to go to. We can highlight your champion members here through a most active members board. Something we do, you don't have to do it, But we suggest doing it to get other users to engage within the community because, hey, I'm number 3 here on the list, but I want to get to number 1, so I'm going to do more things. But if I wasn't on this list, I'd be like, wow, I really need to get the ball rolling here and start interacting within the community. So that's a quick overview of the homepage. So a few cool things about the platform is our integrations, right? So we have an out-of-the-box integration with Salesforce, which allows for a single sign-on experience. It allows for the flow of information and data between the systems, but also gives each one of your members their own social profile, where a member can upload pictures of themselves, and they can update this information. You might be asking yourself, well, how is this information going to get here in the beginning? Good question. So due to our integration with Salesforce, you all on the administrative staff can decide which demographics to pull over from Salesforce. You all can decide if members can decide if they want to pull information from LinkedIn. We have an integration with LinkedIn, which makes things easy. And members can obviously add information manually by adding these different fields as well. We can give your members different badges or ribbons, some gamification to its finest. And the cool thing about our integration is that if someone were to update their information within Higher Logic, we would pull in an interface from Salesforce, essentially mirroring the look and feel within the community, so that if someone were to update information within Higher Logic, that change would reflect not only in Higher Logic, but in Salesforce as well, alleviating the possibility of duplicate information, which is key. My connections, I can see my contacts, people who I'm already connected with, people who are essentially my friends within the community. I can see my networks. So networks are a great way for people to extend their presence within the community. These are people who are like me based on demographics, but I'm not connected with yet. People who have similar certifications, career paths. Maybe we work at the same organization. We had no idea. Or maybe we went to the same school or live in the same state. So I want to find people here at Higher Logic who I'm not connected with. So I click on this, and I'll see a list of people who I'm necessarily not connected with. Mark Eichler, I'm not connected with him yet. So I'm going to add Mark as a contact. I send this connection request to Mark, and he's going to get an email or a message within Higher Logic saying, hey, Steve Oxy wants to add you as a contact. So I'm going to impersonate Mark just for a second, and only super admins have this ability, so don't think that members can just impersonate people. And now I'll see that if I'm in Mark Eichler's profile, he'll have a message waiting for me saying that Steve wants to add you as a contact. So now I can review this and decide whether to accept or deny the request from Mark's perspective. So I'm going to stop impersonating again. Members also have the ability to subscribe to email notifications. So I'm going to show you what this looks like here in a second, but if we go to the My Accounts tab in Community Notifications, members actually have the ability to subscribe to emails from the communities they belong to. Whether or not they get a real-time email every time someone posts within this community, whether or not they want to get a daily digest, 1 email per day of all the conversations happening from their community, or if they'd like, they can get a weekly consolidated digest, 1 email per week of the conversations in that community. If we go to the communities, you guys will have the complete flexibility to build as many communities as you'd like, with all different types of security settings surrounding that, whether it's open, semi-private, or completely private. But I'm going to dive into the open forum. I'm going to show you how easy it is to upload a file. I can upload a file simply by clicking Upload File. I can pull in files from all these different outlets, or choose from my computer. This is a document on hyperthyroidism. I'm going to upload this document. Upload's complete. 2 or 3 clicks, now that information is stored here within the latest shared files. I can also start a discussion. Posting within the community for the first time. This is posting within the community. I can add documents if I'd like. I can add tags already, and it tells me who I am. I send this off, and that's just a plain text. I can also add videos or post with videos or pictures. So this is posting with a picture. You guys can decide to copy and paste pictures or upload pictures from your computer or whatever source you may have. Now there's pictures here, and I can send this off. Now that's one way to engage in the discussion. As you might have seen, I got an email notification from the community, both from my picture post and from my post from the community for the first time. There's my picture post. And I can choose to do a few things with this. I can reply to the group, reply to the sender, or just hit reply with an Outlook and post or reply from email. Really easy stuff. I don't have to be logged in. I can do this from my smartphone, really being able to bring the community content straight to the user, which is key. If I want to see a complete list of discussions, I can do so. And I'll see that some of these discussions actually have paper links associated with them. That's when people upload documents with their post, not just a standalone post or not standalone upload. I can see who uploaded this. I can download this Word document for myself. I can add tags or taxonomy. Or I can go to the resource library as a whole and see all the documents from this group. Here's my hyperthyroidism post from before. I can download it for myself. Or I can see a folder format view of the resource library as well. All the documents within a folder structure. You can have as many folders and subfolders as you'd like. I can create a library entry this way as well. So, as you can see, my reply from email is there as well. Right below the picture post as if I was logged in. I can also just reply within the web interface here. Reply within the community. And now this discussion is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I can engage with it in a few different ways. I can recommend this as the best answer. Say it was a question. Now this is going to be tagged as the best answer. I can like this post as well. I can see a list of people of who liked it. I can also really make it easy for folks to search and find one another. Let's go to the directory. So the directory supports a simple first name, last name search. Say I want to find folks, I knew I met Jeff at a happy hour, or maybe I met Greg at a happy hour a few weeks ago, but we didn't get to exchange business cards. So I'm going to search for Greg. There he is. Now I can send Greg a message. I've already sent him a contact request, but if I remove that, now I can send him a contact request again. I can also do a complex search, more advanced. I can search by location. I can search by community. I can search by certification, interests, or really any demographic you all can imagine. My favorite part is searching by location. So I want to find folks who live near me here in Roslyn, Virginia, and our zip code is 22209. Hit enter. And this will actually pull in an embedded Google map, finding folks who are literally 25 miles within my location, which is really cool. So guys, I think we've walked through a bunch for today. We walked through the home page and what that might look like. We walked through a profile and what the profiles look like, how easy it is to post discussions, reply to discussions, both from email and from the web interface. Showed you how easy it is to search for people in the directory and add people as friends. I also want to show you the search functions really quickly. Didn't get to do that yet, so I apologize. But if I want to search for something and I knew that it was health related, type in the word health, hit enter, and this will pull in all the latest things, whether it's discussions, resources, that are related to health. And we have a faceted style search similar to Amazon, where I can narrow down my search parameters to make things easier to find. I also want to show you how easy it is for members to just search for everyone. This isn't supported in my demo environment, but we can configure the community in a way where you can search for all. But for the sake of today's purposes, all you have to do is hit % and hit enter, and that'll pull up a complete list of the 274 people within this community. Really, really easy things. So guys, I hope that was a good sort of brief overview of the Higher Logic platform that does just scratch the surface. But those are the major things in which you might experience from a community member perspective. Again, my name is Steve, and I'm with Higher Logic, and it's been my pleasure to do this demo recording for you all. I will be able to answer questions, if you guys have them. Megan and Shannon have my information, but again, they're little mini Higher Logic experts at this point, so they should be able to answer any questions you have as well. And I really do appreciate the opportunity for you all to consider Higher Logic as a strategic partner, and I look forward to interacting with you all in the future. Thank you again for your time today, and best of luck with the rest of your meeting.